Hello and welcome to this short video on clothing. Now, when you work in the heat or in any environment, of course, clothing is extremely important in order to protect yourself, whether it is for this outdoor worker here is protection against the sun or against scratches from the bushes, etc. Or you work in construction, or you need to protect yourself, your face, against viral infections, which has become extremely important in these times. It is also important to consider that the protecting effect may also hamper heat loss. And we may support you at the Heat Shield project, where I am project coordinator. I'm professor in thermal physiology, on how you can maximize the heat loss without compromising the safety requirements that the clothing should offer you. We offer specific solutions if you contact us at consult@heatshield.eu. Then we can provide specific solutions for you. But let me give you an example of how we have worked on this issue, looking at options that allows for ventilation in the areas where you will not compromise the protecting effect of the clothing. The example that I will show you here is from a work that we have done with a constructing company that works with aluminium, and it's very hot inside the manufacturing area. It is required that the workers protect their underarms as well as their head. They were allowed to choose between a hard helmet or a so-called bump cap. We tested on a mannequin whether one or the other was less thermal resistant than the other, and we could identify that actually the helmet, which offered a higher protecting level, did not compromise heat loss compared to the cap. But what we did identify was that by changing a normal working cotton t-shirt and some more old-fashioned arm protectors, by changing them to a running t-shirt with very high breathable material, we could reduce the overall thermal resistance by 15%, but more importantly, we could actually halve the resistance toward evaporative heat loss, which is a very important mechanism, especially when you work in the heat, because you sweat and you are relying on that heat, that sweat can evaporate to disseminate heat. So this is a very practical example where we merged some practical issues. We considered and maintained all the protective effects. We tested on the mannequin, and we returned to the company with some specific solutions. And in fact, they, for a very low cost of less than 20 euro per t-shirt, were able to change their working uniform and minimize the heat restraints that imposed on the workers without compromising the protecting of the underarms towards the cut or using the high areas where they needed to have the protective effect of the clothing uniform. Now, this is of course a very specific example, but we offer, if you contact us at consult@heatshield.eu, to identify whether there is a potential for your workers to minimize the resistant effect or the superimposing effect that clothing in the interaction with the weather may have on your workers, considering all the safety requirements needed, considering also new situation superimposed by the viral infection that we are under attack on in the current situation. And if you consider that, then please contact us at consult@heatshield, and we will take you through a guidance on specific heat issues overall, and specifically clothing solutions that may benefit your workers and may offer specific solutions for your company. Thank you for your time.